So Mojang has finally fixed hunger in Minecraft 1.11 by allowing you to run a lot further than before. But a lot of you told me that all other aspects of hunger degeneration have been made more intense to counter this. Well, that makes sense. Let's test it out. In our first video testing out hunger in Minecraft 1.11, I explained how hunger was broken in all prior versions and how Mojang has finally fixed this in 1.11, which they have. However, I only tested sprinting as far as I could, which showed that I could run about 3 times as far as I could before. But I got some comments that explained that while running has been vastly improved, things like damage taken from mobs, mining, and dealing damage have all had their hunger degeneration values increased as sort of a counter to this update. If this was the case, I don't think I'd mind too much, but either way, let's see what the real story is. So what I'm going to be testing in this video is dealing damage to another mob. I'm going to be mining up some blocks, taking fall damage to see how much health I get back before I can't heal anymore, and taking damage from other mobs. And to be sure that this test has as little bias as possible, I'm making sure to not add any other variables such as walking around to mine blocks. When starting a test, I set my spawn point, make sure I have all the items that I need, and then I kill off my character to reset my health, hunger, and saturation back to their default values. So let's go ahead and let's test these out one at a time. The first and easiest test to try out was to see how much damage I could deal to another mob before hunger set in. Naturally, I chose a cow because cows are terrible, awful creatures in Minecraft. If you've been a fan of me for a long time, you definitely know this. So I accomplished this test by trapping the cow and creating a sidebar scoreboard value to show how much damage I dealt to the cow. My hunger goes down with each hit, and each time I deal damage, I deal exactly 60 damage. So this should tell me exactly how many hits I can deal before my hunger begins going down, and how many hits it takes to bring my hunger down by half a bar. So for hitting a mob in 1.10, I was able to deal 4,860 damage, which is 81 hits from a respawn, which is not too bad, except that in 1.11, I was able to deal 14,460 damage, which is 241 hits, which is almost exactly 3 times as much. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. 3 more tests to go. Next up is mining. The setup for this one was a little more complicated. I took fall damage until I couldn't self-heal anymore, mined exactly enough blocks so my hunger went down another notch, cleared my inventory, and then mined enough blocks until my hunger went down another notch. That much is the test. I tested this both with and without the haste enchantment in 1.10, and the numbers were the same, so I only used the haste enchantment in 1.11, so I didn't die of boredom. In Minecraft 1.10, I was able to mine 160 blocks, which is exactly 2.5 stacks. Not that great considering that strip mining is an essential part of long-term survival. But in 1.11, wow, something's weird here, but awesome. I was able to mine up exactly 800 blocks, which is 5 times more than what you could do in 1.10. That's crazy. 2 down, 2 to go. Next up is the fall damage recovery test. Originally, I wanted to see how much health you gained before you couldn't heal anymore, but the numbers were a little inconsistent and mostly the same between versions. It'd either be 3 and 3.5 hearts. So instead, what I decided to test is how long it would take for you to recover that health. As you can see with the test running, this is where 1.11 does worse. In Minecraft 1.10, you get just under 2.5 seconds of quick heals and just under 16.5 seconds of overall healing. But in 1.11, you get just under 1 second of quick healing and just over 12.5 seconds of overall healing. So the big thing I feel this is aimed at is PvP, since that's when quick recovery is going to matter the most. Good thing? Bad thing? Let me know and discuss it in the comments section down below. And on to our last test, being hit by a mob. Since each mob deals different amounts of damage in different ways, I used a zombie in this test. I used the same method for getting my hunger to an exact amount as I did for mining, then summoned a zombie to hit me endlessly. I also had a command to constantly heal me since I already tested raw health regen earlier. In Minecraft 1.10, the zombie hit me 14 times before my hunger went down, and in 1.11, it hit me 39 times before my hunger went down. And that pretty much wraps it up. I feel this is pretty well debunked that Minecraft 1.11 affects hunger at all, except for health regeneration. If there's any other 1.11 test of any kind you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like on the video. It helps out the channel a lot. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.